The signing of Doug Flutie caught the attention of the entire nation, but no one felt its impact more than the time-tested veteran Brian Sipe. The encumbrance was obvious. 2 quarterbacks, high salaries, thus the announcement by Generals President Jason Seltzer.
The Generals today traded quarterback Brian Sipe to the Jacksonville Bulls.
Sipe had come to the Generals hoping to change the 12 losses the team had suffered the year before. He did that. The former All-Pro from the Cleveland Browns took the Generals to the playoffs with a 14-5 record. He could have been bitter with the trade, but Brian was not.
It really made a lot of sense to me. I'm familiar with the management, with the ownership up there. I know what their goals are and what they're interested in doing. There was a lot of fanfare when they acquired me, and they wanted to have the fanfare and hopefully the impact on the league that they had achieved the year before and the year before that with Herschel Walker, and Doug Flutie was really the only guy that could provide that.
Sipe actually appeared relieved to get out of the limelight and immediately showed signs of feeling comfortable in the Jacksonville system. Coach Lindy Infante's offensive scheme needed the hand of the master craftsman. But in the first series of the first game, Brian got hit and severely separated his shoulder. After scouring the country for the best surgeon, he found Dr. Stephen Lucy.
Dr. Paul Shirley and myself came to the conclusion that an artificial ligament replacement for this would probably be best, because whereas you and I, when we if we do ever have an AC separation, we're not likely to get out and get nailed 4, 5, 10 times a game like Brian is. So we wanted something that we could leave in which would add support, and that's why we chose to go with an artificial ligament.
The waiting was painful, and some doubted he would ever return. Brian had no doubts.
I never doubted that I'd come back. I was just a little bit, I was upset that I was out of the game. I was excited about being here. I was excited about playing in Jacksonville for the Bulls. And all of a sudden I was on the sideline. I was going to be there for another 8, 10 weeks. And that got to me for a while. There's a certain set of circumstances or situations that'll tell me when it's time to hang it up, and for some reason this injury never qualified as one. I never doubted that I'd be back from it, and it's responded beautifully.
But Brian Sipe is 35 years old now. In 1980, he was voted the MVP of the National Football League. He went to the Pro Bowl. The father of 3 has apparently come back successfully from the shoulder reconstruction. But last week, he suffered a concussion. Having been to the top, you have to wonder why he continues.
I just enjoy it. I'm a competitive person. I'm a person that enjoys the unique situation that athletes are in, professional athletes, and the camaraderie, but also that competitiveness, that adrenaline, and all those things, and they're still happening in me.